How can you adjust antique clock timing? If you have an antique clock that isn't keeping time correctly, you might be wondering how to adjust its timing. Let's break down the steps to help you get your clock ticking accurately again. First, it is essential to understand the role of the pendulum. The pendulum controls the clock's speed. A shorter pendulum will make the clock run faster, while a longer pendulum will slow it down. Most antique mechanical clocks feature a pendulum bob, which is the weighted disc at the bottom of the pendulum. This bob usually has an adjustable nut that allows you to fine-tune the timing. To make a fine timing adjustment, start by observing how your clock is running. If it is slow, you can speed it up by raising the pendulum bob. To do this, turn the adjustment nut upward. Conversely, if your clock is running fast, lower the pendulum bob by turning the nut downward. Generally, one complete turn of the nut can change the clock's speed by about 1 to 2 minutes per day. It is wise to make small adjustments and then monitor the clock over several days to see how it affects the timing. If you find that adjusting the pendulum bob is not enough, you may need to look at the overall length of the pendulum or the pendulum leader, which connects the pendulum to the clock movement. If adjustments are needed, you can carefully lengthen or shorten the pendulum leader. This might involve soldering to achieve the correct length, so proceed with caution. When setting the clock hands, always move the minute hand forward. Pause at each hour and half-hour mark to allow the clock to strike correctly. Avoid moving the hands backward past key points like 6 or 12, as this can damage the mechanism. If the hour hand does not align with the striking hour, you can gently reposition it since it is usually friction-fitted. Keep in mind that some antique clocks have self-synchronizing chimes. If the chime sequence is off, these clocks can often correct themselves within an hour or so. Regular winding is also important for maintaining your clock. For 8-day clocks, wind them once a week on the same day, turning the key smoothly until the spring is fully wound. Environmental factors like temperature and humidity can affect the pendulum length and timing. Many collectors find it necessary to make seasonal adjustments, especially during spring and fall, to keep their antique clocks accurate. Adjusting the timing of your antique clock is a careful process that centers on regulating the pendulum length and handling the clock hands properly. Patience is key, as well as understanding the specific design of your clock. By following these steps, you can maintain your clock's mechanical integrity and ensure it remains a cherished collectible.